Hello, Gemini. Welcome to your May monthly reading. Welcome, everyone, and the new people. Welcome. Thank you all so much for liking, subscribing, and helping this channel to grow. These algorithms are challenging and changing as we speak, so I appreciate it. We are going to pull 4 cards and clarify as much as we have to. My readings are direct in the event that it is triggering. And I don't sugarcoat it. I will put the warning in the title for you. Okay, please feel free to share this message with anyone who you feel like could benefit from it, as well as swap the energies. Feel free to do that because it happens. Okay, we all support here, we all go through similar stuff. So let's get your cards pulled, dear. First card for Gemini is the Two of Cups. Second card for Gemini. Oh, High Priestess. Aries just had the High Priestess in the same spot. Uh-oh. Third card for Gemini. The Chariot. And your fourth card, dear, Nine of Swords. This Nine of Swords feels like somebody hearing something. I'm sorry to laugh, but I've been plagued by this bugaboo for the longest time. So we have the Two of Cups, the High Priestess, the Chariot, and the Nine of Swords. So here we are. This could be an offer from that person in the Nine of Swords that, you choose to go your own way. Our last reading, for some reason these Gemini readings just are crystal clear in my mind. Our last reading, we had a decision to part ways. Somebody overheard, whatever. It finally sunk in, and they're like, "All right, you know what? Let's go ahead and do this." Apparently, you know how it goes. Sometimes you might see the other person. Absence makes the heart grow fonder. They might have been going through certain things, or it could have been you. Feel free to swap the energies, or even both of you. Come back for a second. You might, spend a night or two or a weekend together. Things are a little different when you spend some time apart. So they may have been one person wanting to rekindle, or both wanting to rekindle for a split second. But clearer hearts and minds have prevailed here. Somebody has made the decision to continue on that path of, let me find myself, let me see what my life is like without this constant roller coaster of a relationship. Let's not forget what that is. Okay, for some of you also, you may have started that, what we discussed in our last reading, that dating pool. Okay, so the Two of Cups is representing meeting people of different backgrounds that are different from your person, as we can see here, with one person on sand and the other person on water, coming from different backgrounds, expectations, all of that, and seeing if it meshes. So one person could be, casually testing the waters, encouraging a company of that nature, but nothing serious. And here we have, in that scenario, the Nine of Swords person hearing about it or feeling it, because if you've been together for a while, the other person and you will be connected energetically. Okay, so, and we don't laugh at that person. I was just laughing because here they are popping up again, but not laughing at what they're going through, what they're feeling. No, that's not funny at the time. No, it certainly is not. And any separation during the adjustment period, and nobody's adjustment period is the same as the next. It's very unique to that individual. So during that adjustment period, we go through our ups and downs there. So we support both of them. So let's continue to clarify for Gemini this Two of Cups. Thank you, Spirit. So it's not a bad month. It's just the unfolding. This is what happens when we follow a story. A storyline is here and it is dominant. Clarifying the Two of Cups for Gemini. Thank you, Spirit. Not bad. Just, you know, more of life. Try to keep my hands in the frame so we all see the cards at the same time. Has to come out my hands, right? Hold on one moment. All right. That was a flopper. I only take flippers. Clarifying the Two of Cups for Gemini. Thank you, Spirit. Two of Cups is clarified by the King of Wands. Okay, there's some interest here. There's somebody who's interested. Like I said, it could be both. Could be a little reminiscing. Could be a moment where the two got back together. And here we see the King of Wands. Could be somebody who's definitely interested in seeing what's out there in the dating pool. And it feels like casual fun. Clarifying the High Priestess for Gemini. High Priestess is clarified by the Ace of Pentacles. Somebody's still sticking to that desire and that agreement to start this new life. They are 100% sticking to it. It fits right in their spirit. They want this new life. They want to discover what this space and freedom is going to, how it's going to help them spread their wings. You know, what is going to be the outcome? What are they going to make of themselves? You know, it's weird. I was just looking at this, so not on topic, but it looked like this person had like 3 breasts. But I guess it's just, I don't know, a little shapely back there. But I just was like, wait, what? What is happening? Why am I noticing that? Why am I noticing the slit in her boot now? That she's wearing thigh highs. I've never noticed that before. So, you know, some of you guys might meet somebody with an interesting body shape. Well, let's put it that way. Clarifying the Chariot card for Gemini. Page of Swords, yeah. This person is interested in seeing what's out there, connecting with new people, with other people. They are going to stay on that path of new life, new acquaintances, new communications. Clarifying the Nine of Swords for Gemini. Nine of Swords is clarified. Page of Cups. Here we have the cups and the cups in common. So somebody, and you see this Page of Swords here, has their back turned. So somebody, this Nine of Swords is definitely the past person. It's definitely the past person who might have heard about, and I don't think they heard it through the grapevine. Excuse me. They might have heard about their current ex situationship exploring. This might have come from a conversation. Hey, how you doing? I was just calling to see what's going on. Yeah, I'm fine. I can't stay on the phone too long. I got a dinner date. Oh, you do, huh? Oh, okay. I don't want to keep you. And then they hang the phone up and they're in the freaking Nine of Swords hardcore. They could have heard like that, like through an innocent way. This person's still, you know, and it's hard to hear that for the first time. Just like if you hear of an ex or something getting remarried, or, you know, it's like, oh, you swallow that. It's official, new life. It kind of like is the stamp on the situation. That Nine of Swords is definitely the ex person here. And I feel like this news came about in a straight up way, and it was in an innocent way. It was in a way that it's time to accept reality. You know, and the swords are in common here. The cups are in common here. Let's clarify a little bit further. The Two of Cups right next to the King of Wands for Gemini. The little pesky dog is back. You can see a little nose or foot poke through. Here we go. Back, 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 back. Thank you very much. I know you're here. Hold on. Hold on one moment. Oh my goodness, he's so funny. Clarifying the Two of Cups for Gemini, right next to the King of Wands. And that's clarified by the Eight of Pentacles. Yeah, this person is building. This person is interested in expanding their network. This is a network of people here in common with this new life. This is I was going to say roster, but that's a bit cheeky. This is, you know, meeting new people, not minding, but also they're focused on their own growth, life, career, stability, and while incorporating, you know, some fun, engaging elements into their life to create some balance. But their main focus is in establishing themselves into the future. But they are certainly open to dating, and somebody's going to find out that they are dating for this month of May. So there's a realization coming. It's also going to be a bit awkward, you know, but you have to go through that moment. You have to go through that on both sides, you know. The other person is going to also eventually date. We might see that unfolding soon. But you have to go through it. You have to cross that threshold. Clarifying the High Priestess right next to the Ace of Pentacles for Gemini. And that's clarified by the King of Swords. You know, this person is not wavering their commitment to this new life. They may internally really feel like it suits their spirit. It is for them. They may internally decide without sharing it that they do want to separate permanently, whatever that looks like for them. This could be a legal separation, meaning heading towards a divorce, or it could just be a, you know, permanent separation, division of assets if you acquired anything, and like a home or something like that, properties, all sorts of properties. So there could be children involved, that sort of also division, time, upkeep, all of the above. I dropped the King of Pentacles here, which hit my elbow, so it was a flopper. But let's continue here. So I feel like internally, this High Priestess does not communicate. It knows what it knows inside. And it's solidly committed here, as we can see, to this new life. They feel empowered. They feel like they can actually now spread their wings and be themselves and accomplish what they want to accomplish. That's why we're seeing these two kings here dominating. We're seeing two kings in a lot of focus on creating. Their focus is on the right thing. Clarifying the Chariot right next to the Page of Swords for Gemini. And that's clarified by the Page of Swords twice. So this happens in a conversation. Like we said, it's an innocent conversation. You got two pages here. They don't have to be pages. It's an innocent conversation. It's a quick exchange. And I said it in the beginning. It comes from the other person. It comes from the other person. And then boom, immediately, these swords are in common. Here they are again with the King of Swords. We have the Nine of Swords. Feels like a gut punch. Does feel like a gut punch when it happens. When you have to hang up the phone and maybe you're not particularly, and I don't mean you, I'm just speaking to the energies. You don't have anything going on. You know, the people that you've met have been crusty And this person, it's left to your imagination. Oh my God, are they wonderful? Is my person going to fall in love with them? Are they better than me? You know, all sorts of shit. Are they going to have a good time? I hope it rains. Let's just be honest. I hope it rains and somebody gets sick at dinner. How about that? No, just kidding. But it's hard to swallow, you know? And that person's feelings are attached to what they hear, as you can see with this Page of Cups. Let's clarify the Nine of Swords. Right next to the Page of Cups for Gemini. Let me keep my hands in the frame. I like us all see the cards at the same time together. Thank you, Spirit. And that's clarified. Two of Wands. Two of Wands. Two of Wands. Let me tell you something. You know, this is now the path. This is now a new path, a new thing, a new way we're being. And this new thing, you know, we agreed to it, so I gotta suck it up. This Nine of Swords gotta suck it up. But this for them, this is their Nine of Swords, not yours. This for them is going to be, you know, the beginning of that sort of adjusting. They may put up a brave face like we all have to do. You can't just have a freaking meltdown and tell that person, don't date, don't go anywhere. We're just separated, but you can't see anyone. No. When the separation happened in the last reading, it was with the understanding. Everybody was on the same damn page. So this person is in their adjustment phase. And you know, it looks like with this Page of Cups, they are, you know, going to suck it up. They're going to suck it up and walk the path that you've both chosen together. You know, and this King of Wands here with these wands in common is holding steadfast to the decision that they've made and will probably at some point in time share that they want to make it permanent. But they're not sharing that right now with the High Priestess. No, they're not sharing that part right now. But we can see that it's definitely coming. So, Gemini, this is actually good for you. Somebody's going to be going through that first period of adjustment, and we support. We see that it's healthy communication here. We see that it's tactful. Nothing mean-spirited on this table whatsoever. The interactions that you guys have are page-like, so it's delicate. You know, it's not much. There's nothing deep being exchanged here, and it's polite, surface level. It's polite at this time. Nobody's trying to talk deep thoughts about, you know, what happened in our relationship. Let's hash it out. This ain't the time. That time has passed. So we support. And thank you so much for letting me share. I'll see you next week for your weekly reading. Bye.